Welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome back if you're a fan. And today we're going to do things a little bit different. I normally do player career mode, but today we're doing manager career mode and we're rebuilding Manchester United. Can we bring back the Alex Ferguson days? The W's, the trophies. Let's see what RVP can do. We're bringing back somebody legendary. The current guy isn't doing too hot, so the board decided, hey, we need somebody new. We're bringing back RVP, Robin van Persie, to see if he can change the landscape of this club. You can see we're sitting in 7th place with 2 wins, 3 draws, and 0 losses. Not too bad, but we got to do better. So RVP said, hey, we got to make some changes. We sent some of the youngins out on loan. Harry Maguire had to go. Christian Eriksen, Casemiro, some of the older guys, some of the old legs, we had to get them out of there. Now for the future, Isak Babadi from PSV, we had to bring him in. He's got a high potential. Samuel Chukwueze from Milan, he needed a new club where he could be a star. 41 million. Next, the big signing, Manuel Locatelli, 72.6 million from Juventus. Obviously, we needed a replacement at the center defensive mid position to replace Casemiro. And we also replaced Luke Shaw, sold him to Lille for Giovanni Di Lorenzo from Napoli for 24 million euros. And last but not least, at the striker position, Gianluca Scamacca, 26.3 million from Atalanta. And for the first game under RVP, we'll be playing Tottenham Hotspur. He's getting ready for the press conference, getting ready to say, hey, the boys are ready. We're here. The new era's here. Let's go.
The atmosphere is building. This one is always a classic, but what drama will we have for you today?
Wow. And that's where the trouble began, man. The RVP era is not off to a great start. After Richarlison scored, we could never get our feet fully under us. We seemed to struggle to link up play and take full advantage of the opportunities that we created. Even here, we had Garnacho out wide and Scamacca is in the center in a great position, but the ball gets trapped in between his feet and he ends up handballing the ball. Again here, Garnacho out wide looks promising, but he gets owned by Porto. The squad couldn't do anything in RVP's first game. We tried all game and it was like Tottenham had an answer for everything we tried. Loose ball here, terrible touch there, lack of concentration here. The chemistry was clearly off under the new tactics of RVP. We saw glimpses like here with Chukwueze, but again, that final pass. Tottenham continued to create great chances, but even they missed theirs as well. This was the game of wasted opportunities. You can clearly tell it's early in the season. Many of the players aren't in top form. You'd expect Scamacca to score there, but it just wasn't his day today. Højlund's on to try to bring in some new energy, but again, just wasted opportunities. Mount's free kick gets blocked here. Adds some soft headers, coupled with Garnacho unable to dribble anyone. It just sums up the day from the Red Devils. Tottenham are even celebrating at Old Trafford as Garnacho attempts bicycle kicks going away from the box. RVP heads to the locker room. He has to go back to the drawing board for the next training session.
He'll be happy with the win, I'm sure.
Can RVP get his team back on track? He's hopeful, but in the Europa League, it gets no better. They start the game again like that. Garbage.
We started out terrible, yet again.
RVP's watching his team struggle to link up play, and he's got to be looking at his team like, why did I take this job? Whatever we're practicing, it's just not translating to the pitch. I mean, we're not even hitting the target. RVP tells his team at halftime we have to be quicker, stronger, sharper, and show some grit. The team starts to look better. They link up a few passes on a counterattack, and we get our first goal from Mason Mount in the RVP era. What a goal, what a link up, what an attack. That is what we're talking about. But the struggles continue as we create opportunity after opportunity, and we miss them. RVP is still left wondering what he has to do to get this team back into shape. As we settle for a 1-1 draw in the Europa League, a competition the board wants us to win to start the journey back to the glory days of Manchester United. We have to get better and fast. He identifies what each player needs to work on, honing in on each player's skill sets and adjusting their training. Garnacho needs crossing, Chukwueze better finishing and shooting, while Højlund more alert in and around the box. What will we see from his team back in the Premier League? Up next, we have Aston Villa. Will Rashford get revenge on his old club? Or will the Red Devils get their first win in the new era?
On into midfield, and they make it more of a 3-4-3.
Early on in the game, in the 4th minute, Asensio links up with Rashford, but he misses his chance. Man United starts the game again a bit unfocused with a bad pass from De Ligt. Luckily, Martinez cuts out the counterattack to get the squad to regroup. But Rashford is in really good form with a few goals in the last couple of games. They spring him out wide, and he sets up a chance for Mateta. But luckily, Onana comes up with a huge save. Man United start to settle into the game with good link-up play through Dalot and Garnacho, but Højlund just couldn't get a header on. We created a few chances, and it felt like the same story would unravel. Miss after miss after miss. Aston Villa start to put on the pressure as Rashford shows his skills. He sets up Mateta, but he misses wide again. And we go into halftime 0-0. Early in the second half, Rashford comes off for Rodgers. And 10 minutes later, we make a triple sub as the game felt stale from both sides. Soon after, Rodgers turns into a super sub and scores a wonderful goal for Villa, putting them ahead. RVP screams for his team to dig deep, and he finally gets his reward. Martinez makes a huge mistake and gives Scamacca a goal. Eager for a go-ahead goal, Van Persie brings on Mount for Garnacho. He makes a difference and helps create a chance for Scamacca, who misses. It's getting late. Are we going to settle for another draw? Onana makes another great save, and just when you thought the game was over, Bruno had other ideas. Scamacca stutter steps to beat his man and scores a brilliant goal with composure into the side netting. He goes crazy. The crowd goes crazy. It looks like it's a W for Manchester United over Aston Villa. This is what RVP wants from his team. This is the Man U that we're looking for. As we look at the league table, that brings us up to 6th place with 12 points on the board. Can we really rebuild Man United? Can RVP do it? Stay tuned for the next episode.